last week I went on a call. It was actually Saturday, sometime late afternoon, around 2 o'clock or so. And when a customer called me, he told me that he had a problem with his blower motor coming on. And so, I told him, sure, I can come on out and take a look at it for you. And after troubleshooting everything, yeah, for sure the blower motor, and there was an air handler that he had, and so I went up in the attic and checked everything, and then I went ahead and jumped out the blower motor, and the blower motor was okay. So what I did, I kind of narrowed it down to this fan relay board, and so what I did, I went ahead and checked it out, and I really couldn't find what the problem was with it. I guess relay inside there or something is bad. And then on the back side, I really didn't really see anything wrong with it there also. And so I kind of convinced myself that, yeah, I think what we need to do is replace this fan board. And unfortunately, I did not have one on my truck, but I did have what they call now a 92-340 switching relay. And, since it was summertime, I didn't worry too much about connecting the heat, but I can show you on the relay where the heat strip, that purple wire for Goodman would go on there. But these guys are pretty neat. It can take the place of a furnace circuit board, and also it can work on an air handler. And it's just a matter of getting it wired up correctly. But what I wanted to do was to kind of show you that on this relay, it has a 20 little wires here, and that designates that it's connected to the coil, a 24-volt coil. And these terminals, this one, this one, this one, this one, these 4 terminals are all for the 24 volts. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but this center here, okay, these little bridges or whatever you want to call them, blocks, kind of separate this top portion from this middle portion, and also from the 24 volts. And so, by looking at it a little bit closer, I guess, you can see number 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6 on this relay. And of course, these down here is for your 24 volts. But if you look at it closely, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a connection between here to here, but it's open with a little switch here, and this switch right here is showing normally open. And then number 2 over here shows the little line going through the switch. That means that this portion, number 2, is on normally closed. So what happens is that when you put power on this side over here, bring power in, and then it switches over here through the common, and then it'll actually, give you 24 volts on this bottom side. And so, with all of that said, if it was in the wintertime and you wanted, strip heating on, and of course you would put it on number 2. And then that way, when it powers up here, this guy, since it's a normally closed switch, it'll normally, closed switch, it'll normally open. And then that way, normally closed will automatically open. So when you turn your thermostat, to the heat mode, then it allows the power to go through on that, okay? So what I did, I went ahead and got this relay, and I have a 24 volt thermostat transformer here, and on this side you get your 120 volts or 240. Of course, you know, here I am in my shop, and we're going to use, you know, just the normal 120 volts. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to wire this guy up, and I have this lamp here, or this light, and that represents the blower motor. And of course, you know, I have just a regular thermostat here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and wire up the system. And once I wire the system up, and I made a schematic because, you know, it was last week Saturday when I went. And so I went ahead and by memory, just to try to keep this all straight in my head, I went ahead and made this little schematic so that I can remember how to make up this little board. Since I didn't have anything going on for today, I thought, you know, being Sunday morning, that I would go ahead and just kind of do a little training video on how to use this, you know, relay for some of the guys out there that are just starting out, that maybe they run across a problem with a, you know, a circuit board or a fan relay board going bad, that, you know, they can go ahead and use this relay and at least get the customer going until, you know, the supply houses are open. Because when I was there Saturday, of course, I got there around 2:30, 3 o'clock or so at his home. You know, on around here, the supply houses are all closed, and that's what prompted me to go to this relay. All right. So with that said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and wire this thing up, and let's see, you know, if it'll power up that light. So first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and connect the thermostat, the 24 volt side. And so I'm going to go ahead and you know, green designates for fan. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this together here. And according to this schematic, this guy will connect on the 24 volt side here. All right, so the next thing that I want to connect is going to be the common, and the common on this thermostat is blue. This was just a spare thermostat that I had on the truck, so I'm going to go ahead and connect this guy up. Pull on these wires, make sure they're all connected, and then that's going to go over here on the common side. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I made up this fuse just in case, so in case I blow up something, you know. But anyway, so we're going to connect it to the red, which is the 24 volts. All right, so for the thermostat. So what happens is that once this transformer is connected, the 24, or the red here, is going to pass power to the green, which is going to be on the out, coming out of the 24 volts. So now I'm going to connect the red here to the 24 volt side, okay, like so. And then we need a power source, a common power source. So we're going to go over here like so, and let's see, common's going to go on, yeah, over here with the other common for the 24 volts. See, so you got 4 different little terminals that you can connect, you know, for common, which is good. Okay, so I believe we got the 24 volts connected. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and connect the blower motor. You know, this is acting as the blower motor, and we're going to put that on here on this relay on number 1. All right, and then to get power over here to this side, we're going to go ahead and get this connected. And I'm staying with, you know, black is your power source, your 120 volts. So we'll connect the other half of the blower motor, okay, the black. We're going to go ahead and connect it over here. And then to get power over here to the relay, we're going to go ahead and make another connection here. Whoops. And then we're going to combine this here on number 3. All right. So I think we got everything connected. The only other thing that I have to do now is connect the common side of the 120 volts over here to the common portion of the transformer, and then here's another common, you know, and the black is already connected here, so this common is going to go over here, yeah, over here on common. So we've got everything wired up. Now what should happen is that once I plug in this into the 120 volts, hopefully I got it wired correctly. Like I say, this is just all from memory that I did. You know, we should get 120 volts coming across here. You know, finally it's going to finish the circuit on it, and then from there the 120 volts should pass over here to number 3. And when that happens, number 3, and with your black blower motor connected here, the power should cross and connect here. And of course, with the transformer powered up, it's going to give me my 24 volts, and the 24 volts going to go into the thermostat, and the green is going to come out of the thermostat, connect over here to the 24 volts, and then finishes its course with the common side, and that should make our light work. So if I got it wired up correctly, I shouldn't blow a fuse. I hope I don't anyway, but if I do, I got more fuses. So let's see what happens. All right, so what I have to do now is turn on the thermostat. It's in the off position. You probably can't see it, but it's in the off position now. Oh, see, it just lit up. So instead of going on auto, I'm gonna try to go to fan. Oh, look at that, it already went on. Cool. Anyway, that's the way the relay works. So, you know, my customer was happy that I was able to get him some air conditioning, and I told him that I would come back Monday and go ahead and pick up a new board, and you know, change it back out to the normal original way that you know, it should be, instead of you know, trying to keep him going with this relay. But anyway, I hope that I explained it good enough, and hopefully that you guys will kind of take a look at it and tell me what you think, okay? And I appreciate you watching. Thank you.